ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. We follow non-conventional ways sometimes. Sometimes it is appealing. I must confess two things now. The first thing is, I have neither the expertise nor the eloquence of your beloved principal, Professor Navakrishna. The second thing which I want to confess is, maybe not now, at the end of my talk I will confess. Just remind, I do that, definitely. Professor Navakrishna was mentioning a Sanskrit shloka, and that was also getting repeated in the boardroom when I met one of the faculties. When I was in the boardroom, someone was also reminding me about the Sanskrit words. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. It's paying our salutations to our parents, guests, and the teachers. I would like to add one more thing to this. All of you, Vidyarthi Devo Bhava. My salutations to all the students. You, the students, without you, the meaning of the very existence of the teaching faculty will not be there. You are the most important ones. Professor Navakrishna, the principal of DBIT, the dignitaries on the dais, DBIT faculty, the students, the parents, and the staff, please accept my sincere thanks for inviting me to this award ceremony and also requesting me to say a few words. Maybe a few lines. I'll just extend that. It's difficult. And somebody please stop me when I'm exceeding my time limit. My time limit has been given something like 20 to 25 minutes. I try to be within that. I will not bore you. Okay? Students, who are all sitting here, you are all the winners, you are all the great achievers, you are all the top performers. Only thing is, the awardees or the award winners are first among these winners. Award winners are standing first in the queue, which consists of all the winners. A little bit of hard work, all of you can reach the first position. So there should not be any hard feelings. The award winners, they have shown you the pathway to success by sheer hard work. Through their hard work, they have reached greater heights, and their hard work must be appreciated. Their success must be rewarded, which is in the form of presenting this award, and that's why we are all here. Great applause to all the award winners. Students, I am addressing all of you, not only the award winners. Two things are needed in our life to achieve the success. One thing is, you need to have a goal. In Kannada we call that as guri. You should have a goal in the front, and you should have gurus in the back, or the mentors, or the teachers. So in the center, the student can reach greater heights, can achieve success. I just modify this kind of a statement which I frequently use in most of the my own counseling in my Institute of Science with fellow students. When you reach greater heights, ensure that your feet is on the ground. Do not let it go off the ground. It has several interpretations when I mention what is this feet on the ground. It means when you are reaching greater heights, be humble, be filled with humility. You can sway or swing in 360 degrees. That means you can visit various other countries in the pretext of giving lectures or attending conferences or as part of your company's work. but keep your feet in the motherland. Your services are required here. Please do not leave the country. That's very important. So keeping your feet on the ground has that one more interpretation from my side. So that said, let me quickly move on to the actual subject which I wanted to, actually not the subject, the actual topic which I wanted to cover. So I just wanted to give some lessons or some data which I would like to share with you. You should remember one thing, as faculty, we not only convey the information given in the printed textbook as per the syllabus, but we also convey the information or the data or the inputs which we gather from our textbook of life, textbook of our academic life and professional life. Each day in our life becomes a page in that textbook, virtual textbook, which we don't see. And this particular textbook doesn't have any end. It will end when we die. So from that experience, from that knowledge, I would like to share few things, because all the textbook information which you have learned already, we may not have to repeat those things. But the other textbook, perhaps you may not be aware of it. What could be the information which I will be giving? It may be an old one for some of you, but still it may be, hopefully it will be benefiting you. The question which always lingering in our minds, I was also in your same position 36 years back when I finished my BTech. The question was, what next? What exactly I should do? Where exactly I should go? Imagine that those days there was no computer, there was no internet, there was no social media. The tutors or mentors or teachers were mostly textbook oriented. So we never had any kind of information other than the radio and newspapers. Now we have a wealth of information, a lot of things will be percolating to you every second. In such a kind of a situation, in such a kind of a spectrum where gamut of information is available, this what next has to be clearly defined. Particularly when there are students who are exiting the institution. I hope most of you are all in the final semester and exiting very soon. So this what next, if we discuss that, it can be two ramifications. There are two choices, basic choices. One is taking up a job, the other one is go for higher studies. The third one is, I don't want to mention that sitting at home is not an option. You need to keep trying or looking for a good job, or you need to write up the examinations, crack the examinations and go for higher studies. So when we talk about the job, once again it has two bifurcations. One is the government job, the other one is the private job. If you talk about the government job, you need to sit through certain examinations like UPSC or Civil Services examination or DRDO or CSR examinations taken to the government job. 99% of the category usually will not touch that kind of a examination. Soon after a BTech, we always say that there should not be any more examination in my life. So we usually go for the placement option, which puts us in a company's slot. So when you take up the placement and get through that and join a company, the first 2 years will be the, what we say, the incubation period for you guys. If you survive in the first 2 years in any company, if you feel the water, then the art of survival more or less you have mastered. Then you will feel satisfaction, that there will be peace of mind. And once the peace of mind comes, then you will start making a living in that job. That means the art of living starts from that point onwards. This art of living is different from what the other person teaches on the other side of the Bangalore city. So that's about the job prospects. And that professional career, once you enter, it will then take you to the greater heights as you keep on putting your hard work. Remember, hard work is the only thing which can take you to the heights, not the luck. Don't depend on your luck. Hard work is like staircase, luck is like lift. Lift can fail. Lift many times fails. Hard work never fails. So once you are in the professional ladder, there are different positions uphill, like project manager or senior executive, whatever it is, you reach in the position of a director or vice president, there is a saturation of the professional life. That's about the persons who enter into the job scenario. Let us go to the other scenario, which many of you may not even think of or may not even having correct information. Because of that, you may be looking for a job. What is that thing? That is the academic ladder. Going for the higher studies. Perhaps it's being an academician, I have also a lot of passion to motivate you guys to look into the academic ladder, but also I will tell you the negative side of that. First, the positive side. So this academic ladder is not an easy job for you. You need to write the competitive examinations. Being an engineer, the only competitive examination in our country is the GATE. Write it, crack it, get the call letter, face the interview. So then you have a lot of choices in the country, starting from IITs, NITs, central universities, private universities, engineering colleges, and this own engineering college. You can get back to the same engineering college for MTech program, provided we have the MTech program started by the time you come over here. At present, on this land, there is no MTech program, but I am telling any engineering college is also fine. Top down the list I am telling. As long as you have the zeal to continue your master's program. When you pass the gate and join in any institution in India for master's program, you will be getting the scholarship from MHR. What if I don't crack the gate and I don't get the job and I have the interest in doing master's program? Yes, you can still do it. Several universities have their own entrance examinations. You need to pass that, and the universities will offer you the MTech degrees. However, the scholarship is a debatable one. Some universities provide, some universities don't provide, because it is all internal matters to the university. Without the scholarship, many persons have completed their master's degree and then they have built up their career. Now, this what next keeps on going. After master's, what am I supposed to do? That's the most important thing. That's where my negativity comes into the picture. Unless you have the vision, you have the goal of settling down in a research organization or in an academic institution, my advice in 2023 is masters may not be required if you are not at all interested in joining any R&D institution, or if you do not want to take up the academic career as your future breadwinner. However, the masters still have some more advantages, because some of the IT companies, some of the organizations, they ask for masters graduates for filling up certain positions. Keeping that in mind, you can still pursue the master's program, not as a kind of an inevitable thing, because you did not get a job, I should do master's. No, do that. Just build up the passion, talk to the parents or friends or mentors, then only take up a calculated decision in that aspect. So we go back quickly to this master's thing. After master's, you still have two options. One is to take up the job, the other one is to go for the PhD. Entering into PhD from the master's program is quite easier. Perhaps in the same institute where you are studying, you can do that, or you can always get out of that and get into another university where you perhaps want to do the PhD. Provided everywhere interviews will be there, you need to pass the interviews. So once you enter into the PhD, then the life will be different. You'll be understanding, you'll be mature enough to decide what your career will be, and that itself automatically takes care of your future progress. Out of masters, if you join a company, that is still a valid reason, because many institutions where the master's programs are being offered, they do have a good placement opportunities. Definitely you people get placed in various various companies or the R&D units. The one thing which I always quote is, going up the academic ladder reduces your expertise area, reduces the chances of getting a job. Imagine a cone. The base of the cone is your UG degree, the diameter is quite high, the chances of getting a job is also quite high, but your knowledge of the subjects, knowledge is maybe the basic fundamentals may be good at various subjects, but expertise is lacking. To gain the expertise, you will start climbing up the academic ladder. You come to the central portion of the cone where the diameter is less. Job opportunities are less. Your area of pursuits or your expertise area is also slightly narrowed down. That actually reflects in the lesser job opportunities. You further climb the ladder, you are reaching the tip of the cone. You are at the highest level in the academic ladder, but expertise is also narrowed down. Job opportunities also narrowed down. So you will be left with no other choice but to go for the academic things or R&D organizations. But IT companies, private sectors may not even look into the PhD. That is a negative aspect of it. There is always an escape route we, the students, look into. You don't get into a job, you cannot crack the gate, you don't get the MTech program, even the individual university programs also we fail. We cannot sit at home, but we have risen to the top. What shall we do? Everybody knows what we are going to do. The thing is, you people come under the social stigma. The neighborhood starts asking, oh, your son did not qualify in GATE, oh, you did not get a job. 2 times, 3 times, the parents get worried, it gets reflected onto the students or the kids, and immediately kids started writing the much lesser options, the GRE or any of the foreign examination, whatever it is, because it doesn't have a lot of mathematics. So they quickly pass that. And then they secure an admission in some of the universities. What they don't realize is, it comes with a big financial tag. Perhaps to survive in any of the universities abroad, per year, you need somewhere around 40 to 45 lakhs. You will simply tell that I cannot bear the pressure of my peers, my neighbors, my uncles, aunts, my cousins are calling me, they said come here and do MTech and all. So, immediately parents will go, let some of the assets in the bank, take 80 to 90 lakhs loan, they say, okay, please go and join that university. So, this internal picture, most of you will never see or realize or hear. They say my son is doing his MS in Stuttgart or in Timbuktu University or somewhere in Queen's University or Tokyo University. That phrases only they will mention. What happened behind that, they won't mention. Remember one thing, your IQ won't change just because you sit in Stanford University. If you cannot crack GATE, that IQ remains the same. Same GATE question if I ask you in the compound of Stanford University, you still cannot solve that. Don't escape from that. Face the things, face the challenge. Try to do hard work, get into a job, whatever that is the requirement. Maybe some kind of certificate course is needed for a particular job, do that. Don't simply raise the assets and then take up the money and then go there, get stuck there for 2 years, and afterwards you people start making big statements saying that parents have taken the loan, I have to repay the loan, so I will take up a job. Then you start earning it in terms of lakhs, so many lakhs per month. You will quickly repay the loan. Then you would have felt the waters of the foreign. You will never come back. That's exactly what I am hinting at. Do not leave the land. Keep your feet on the ground. You swing or sway, but don't leave the country. This has given you a lot of education. We have a lot of facilities in India itself, in Bangalore itself. What is lacking is the hard work. The students who are sitting in front of me, they're all the award winners, medal winners. Continue the same hard work, whether it is in your professional network or professional ladder or in academic ladder. You need to keep that hard work and stay tuned to our own country. We need your services. Other countries, they need not have to look for you, they need not have to offer you any services. For any reason, before putting your step into the foreign land, remember that it comes with a financial burden. What you can do with 2.5 to 3 lakhs, the MTech program, it costs you something like 90 lakhs. Remember that. I think the financial angle matters a lot. If I mention it openly, that itself goes into your head. You are causing a lot of burden onto your parents. Parents are sitting, you also please understand, it goes to almost 1 to 1.2 crores. No need to spend that much. Spend at least few lakhs or motivate your wards, motivate your children to do the hard work for professional thing or for the academic thing. Definitely you can reach greater heights. So my talk, I think, I'm on this spot that I have to close my talk. So, in the beginning I told you I'm going to confess one more thing, two things I told you now. The second thing I need to confess now. I must confess, today's talk happened to be my first public speech. I was nervous, I was under tension. I was thinking whether I can deliver a talk or not. But after going through that, I think I can do justice to my chief guest position, whatever they have invited, and I can deliver a few words to you. Didn't I? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your insight, experience and guidance to our students. The achievements of an organization are the result of combined effort of each individual. The aim of education is knowledge not of fact but of values. Now it's time to value our exemplary performers. Before we start the award session, I would request students to note that after award session, please sit back. After award, we are going to have a picture perfect moment for department. Okay, each department will have a photo session. So please see that once you receive the award, you sit back to your seats. Okay, so now department wise, we are going to line up. The very first department we are going to ask for is MBA department. I request Professor Usha to take over now. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our achievers of MBA department to come on the stage. Shrujana. I request chief guest to please award the awardees, sir. Okay. The next department is ECE department. I request our ECE HOD to please come over the dais. ECE students, please see that you line up at the backstage. Divya, you are?